Is this the Teahouse podcast?
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us once again at the Teahouse.
Teabaggers, love to see you back.
Today we are joined by the lovely It's a Time with the Twins girls, Eliza and
Alex.
Alex, yeah. It was actually really fun. They're local podcasters here as well, and it's the first time we've actually had specifically other podcasters on our podcast. So it was like a funny little chat, and we started like very similar times as well, so it was very relatable. They're good chicks, and it was fun. So make sure you have a follow of them on Spotify and stuff. It was it was a funny chat, I reckon.
Yeah, it was good vibes, good chicks.
Yeah. But we did want to talk about, before we bring the girls in, this episode is actually going to drop a bit late because we have Cody's before it, but we just filmed a video promo. I don't even know. We'll call it the Party at the Teahouse promo. That's
Party
what we'll
at the
call it.
Teahouse, yeah, for sure.
It was actually classic. We did it at the Basement Bar. Shout out to Andrew for hosting that for us. Absolute legend. It was fucking classic. We actually loved it so much. Big shout out to the Park Avenue boys for absolutely delivering the goods.
As they usually do too. I've literally to this day, I've never seen a bad video or photo by them.
Yeah. Look, they do some fucking pretty good work, and we're stoked about it. It's fucking awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah, and plus they're legends as well. So
yeah, so look forward to more of that stuff coming, because there will be more of that coming, and we love doing it. Yeah, we love doing it, so it's good fun. Just wanted to quickly mention our sponsor once again, Adam and Eve, delivering the goods for coffee. Who doesn't love coffee? We all love coffee.
Oh, I drink it every day.
We're talking about vibes today, and coffee's a big vibe. So
vibes.
Hit up Adam and Eve; they deliver the goods. But without further ado,
Yeah, mate.
Further ado, let's bring the girls in.
Yeah.
Welcome, girls, and thank you for joining us at the Teahouse. How are you?
Thank you.
It's a privilege.
We're very nervous.
Very nervous.
Who
I
would
know.
have thought podcasters who are nervous on a podcast?
I know.
I get nervous before most podcasts, literally.
Yeah, we have talked about this before, that we still get like nervous jitters. You know, like butterflies. Do you get nervous?
And then it's like your guests come on and they're like, "Oh, we're so nervous," and then we have to say like, "Oh,
Don't be nervous."
It's like,
Yeah.
It'll be
we're
fine.
nervous too, but
No, I just tell them I'm nervous too.
Yeah. I always try and, like, every time I get someone over, I'm like, "Oh, do you want a beer or something?" And like try and have a bit of a chat with them before.
Cheers.
Cheers, yes. That's a good talking point, because Keely, we made cocktails, by the way,
Yeah.
pina coladas.
they're good.
It's 10 a.m.
It's 10 a.m. in the morning. Big vibes. Cocktail vibes. And Keely was like, "Why the fuck are you making cocktails at 10 o'clock in the morning?" And I was like,
Why not?
Why the fuck not?
"It's about the vibes, Keely, right? Lay off me."
Survives.
No, I just told her we made the big time, so
yeah.
get off my back.
Actually, when you messaged us to be on the podcast, we were like, "Oh my god, oh my god."
We
Let's
made the
quit our
big
day
time.
jobs. We made it.
But we have more followers than you.
Well, if we're getting
Influencers.
Okay.
statisticed,
All right.
Technically, we have 500 on Facebook. Just saying.
we have,
Oh,
and then we
we don't have Facebook.
and then we have 700 on TikTok, and
Okay.
100 and something
Okay.
on YouTube. So
But
We should
respect
never-
level just went down.
I'm not pulling out the numbers, all right? I'm not pulling out the numbers.
Right.
Just saying.
Yeah. Nah, but I was gonna say, like, I probably, like, for you girls, is it a little bit less nervous in the way, because you just don't film.
No.
So like, I can imagine people that come here that aren't really used to being on the camera. They're like, fucking camera, like two cameras
I don't
set
know.
up.
We do love a bit of a
Oh, we
camera.
love a vlog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Like,
Just vlog.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
on Friday mornings, I
yeah.
vlog on my way to school. AKA work, but it looks like I'm walking to
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
'Cause
oh,
my
is this your
backpack-
Instagram story?
Yeah.
Like,
When Al had a hit at the mullet the other week.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
The little stab, that hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually very funny. For those who don't know, these girls put up a story. What did you guys say? Like,
On Friday, I put up a bit of a story, and
Al's
these guys basically asked us to come on, and I thought you were going to ask us like real serious life questions. And I was like, I don't really have serious life things to say. But I was like, oh, I'll throw some shade. And so I said, I thought they'd ask us for advice, like girl advice. And so I said, my number one advice would be not to have a mullet. And then I looked up you guys on Instagram and realised
And
Blake's
Blake
got a
has a
mullet. And I was
mullet.
like, Alex, don't be judgmental.
They're
be so
probably
mean.
going through something. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, you're
oh.
probably going through something. You should really support them.
oh my God, that's so good.
Sorry, Blake.
And then I seen it.
Cool.
It's actually not too bad.
Oh, thank you. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
And then I seen it, and then I put up a story on ours, and I was like, mullet's sexy.
poll.
Yeah, poll.
Hey, we won that. We
Yeah.
actually won.
It was
Yeah, but-
close, but we did come in clutch.
Lucky it was our fan base, not theirs too.
Yeah, I know. You should have seen our responses.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Just ripped.
Not fans.
Did you girls actually get some advice sent in at all?
Yeah, we got a little
Yeah,
bit of
we did
advice.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually got some sent in too, and we're going to talk about it a bit later.
Oh
about
yes,
later.
we'd love to.
Forgot to mention that to you, but yeah. It's a bit versatile what we got in there. It wasn't really specific.
Yeah, it wasn't even really good advice.
I put some
Not
advice
really.
in for you guys.
Oh, did
Oh,
you?
really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Some of them were like just barbs.
Yeah.
Just a few. We were like, oh Jesus.
Yeah. And then some were like really like deep. Like, did you see the girl
Inspo.
that posted one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'll bring it up later
Yeah,
anyway.
we'd love to.
I hope they don't know us. I hope
Yeah.
they're random.
But
Things you want to say to the girls, but you're not brave enough to say in person.
That's what it should have been.
yeah, literally.
No way, we get cancelled for sure.
Oh no.
Shoot the messenger, they'll get us.
Yeah. How are the cocktails, girls?
Actually good.
They're actually very
I'm nearly
good.
done.
So pina coladas, yeah, I rate them.
I read it too.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna take full credit for it, but Keely actually made it, and I was just there supervising.
Good.
We also want to talk about, because you also brought up how we've never had a girl on our podcast in person, and we never really thought about it too. Is that
This is something we sort of like discussed because
We discussed, yeah.
So when you asked, we had a look at you guess.
Yeah.
Episode
there was
7 you had a girl.
Episode 7,
Lucy.
but over Zoom, and we were like, oh wow, we're the first face-to-face girl guest.
And
Go us.
we didn't realize how important that actually must be for a female audience, because checked out analytics recently. It was like 99% boys. I don't believe that. I don't think it's true.
Yeah, no, literally on YouTube it was like,
Oh, are we like the 1%? Because I listened to a few eps.
Did you?
oh really?
So maybe it's just me.
Well, no, but then I said to Blake, I was like, how fucking accurate are these statistics? Because
Nah, I don't reckon that.
like we get girls like commenting
Yeah.
about our videos and stuff, and I'm like, surely these like there was a girl that commented on the YouTube video, and it still says our audience is literally 100% males. I was like, some fucking ain't adding up, yeah. Some ain't adding up. But
But it must be important though to get actual women on, because we never even thought about it though, because we were always like, oh, we'll get this guest on. But
Yeah.
then we're like, oh shit.
yeah, but I said
They
to
are just
Blake,
guys.
like we actually generally have almost asked more girls to come on than guys.
Did they say no?
Yeah.
No, they've never
I
said
wonder
no.
why.
No, we've literally never
mullet.
been told.
The mullet.
They get intimidated.
Blake.
They're like, yeah. And then they say, Blake, like,
Bye.
it's
Pretty rough looking.
Back out.
Yeah. No, but like generally have you girls ever been rejected, like said no to when you ask a guest?
Yes. I did ask somebody or a couple of people to come on. And the reason why they've said no is kind of at this stage because they're talking about something that is very personal and they're just waiting till they feel able and comfortable to then tell their story.
Yeah.
Because we are a little bit.
Yeah, like we talk about taboo topics, so it's
Yeah.
not like your usual everyday convo sort of thing.
And
So,
some
like,
of our
I guess
episodes.
it is hard for like some people to talk about like
Certain things.
yeah.
Yep.
And
is
some
fair.
of our eps come across as a bit of a like, you can't ask that kind of vibe where the person feels comfortable enough for us to ask these questions that no one else would ask them.
Yep.
And so that's why we've been rejected by some people at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Some people probably just look at ours and goes, 300 followers, fuck that.
What fucking going on here, mate? Jesus. We've actually never been rejected though.
Nah, that's
We've been ghosted, would you say?
Yeah.
Lots of
Haven't
times.
we all?
They just like avoid it.
No, but like the
doesn't
weird
count,
thing is
though.
though, is like they always say yes.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, sweet, let's like organize a time, and they just like won't reply. Or they do reply.
Story of my life.
And then I'm like, all right, let's do it this Thursday, and they're like, just don't
Advice for the
reply.
boys.
Advice for the boys.
I need some advice. What am I doing wrong? Jesus. But no, I wanted to quickly make mention that we actually specifically bought an extra mic for you girls.
Did you really?
We only had 3.
Short mic.
Yeah. Big things. We're like, oh, we're getting the biggest podcasters in Bendigo here. We might as well upgrade the
We actually
the
are
set.
the biggest podcasters in Bendigo.
And you guys are the
Oh,
second.
no, we're not.
And we're like, oh, they're pretty high maintenance being the biggest podcast in Bendigo. So we're like, oh, we better get them another mic.
We want to
make
look
them
our
feel at
best.
home.
Yeah, we want
Thank
to
you.
impress.
Appreciate it.
And then we walked into the house and we're like, wow, look at these
The
mics.
setup. I was just looking at these light up things.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
cactus.
Sick.
We had a little bit of spice. A
Yeah,
little
I
bit of
like it.
spice.
Decorate the desk a
A
little bit.
little bit of decoration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
No, it's good.
Advice from the girls. Color coding always goes well.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
Do you notice the lights on?
Yeah, it's
Well,
nice.
So blessed.
I hope
The
you like
pink.
purple. I was going for purple for you guys.
Oh yeah, purple and pink vibe.
Big vibes.
Huge vibe.
Vibe ski.
Yeah. And I was saying to you ladies just off air that we actually started our podcast on a very similar time.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
And I didn't know until not long ago. And I was like, looked at your episodes. You just dropped like episode 22. Is that right?
Yes.
22, yes.
22. And
This is 23.
This is 23 for us.
Wow.
And
But
you
we
girls.
skipped one.
How many do you do one a week?
Yeah.
Yeah, one a week. Yeah.
Although I don't know if you ever watched our first Before Lucy episode. So I deleted them all on Spotify.
Yeah, I couldn't find
I
them.
remember that.
That would be why.
Yeah, they were fucking shit. And I don't know if you girls
Our
started pretty
suck, but
strong.
we leave them.
Really? I don't know if you started pretty strong, but we started the opposite of strong.
Or
Bad.
our first one was like in
Yeah.
the kitchen and it was so echoey.
We've
Oh,
learned a
really?
lot too about timing and not being an active listener because in normal life and in our work, both of us, you know, we support people when they talk and you give them, like, yep. And you talk with them and you finish their sentences and you're like, oh, but you can hear that on the podcast. So we need to
can't do
like
that.
tone that back.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
no. I
So we now
sometimes-
just sit there in silence.
I know. When we, sorry,
No, you go.
that's literally my
Still
point.
working on it.
No, yeah. So when we just started,
Same.
there was three of us. It was
Yeah,
me,
I was gonna
Blake,
say.
yeah, and Jay, and we used to talk over each other all the time. It was really hard because podcasts with three people is a bit tricky unless you do it really well.
Really
yeah.
hard.
Even two sometimes like hard because like you have the same questions and you want to like ask them.
Yeah.
But it's like when do you ask?
Yeah. And sometimes because like I'm trying to read when he's going silent for a second and he's trying to read when I'm, so we can like jump in at the right times and stuff. But sometimes they're just having like an extra 0.5 of a second
Yeah.
break. And then you go to say something
awkward.
and then they just jump in and say, it's like,
Yeah.
Well, we don't have paper or notes when we do it. Ours is fully raw, fully uncut. We don't edit a single thing.
That's actually really good. I don't reckon
very raw.
I have the brain capacity to remember shit that because like some people that we get on, I'm like, fuck, I want to ask them this, this, and this about this stuff. And I was like, I just could not remember all the stuff I want to
Yeah.
ask.
When I came on as a guest, and same as you, when we came on as a guest on our own podcast, I did have notes because I
had notes.
had
Oh, you-
things that I wanted to say.
You came on as a guest
Yeah,
on
so
your own
I
podcast.
interviewed Al and then Al interviewed me on an
and
episode.
my sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
what
ba-
was it about?
So basically, you cheated. You came on as a guest with a bit
And
of
a host.
paper, with more
Yeah.
planning than you did when you're not.
Yeah,
going on.
exactly. So we both talked about our journey or experiences with eating disorder.
Yeah. And that was like our first episodes. So that sort of like shaped the
Theme.
taboo topic sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it was good for it to be us. So then our guests and whatever can like sort of
Oh, definitely.
see our vibe and
relate. Yeah.
Adds so much personality for sure. Whereas like when we started, we were just talking about fuck knows.
Tea.
Yeah,
You were talking
literally.
about tea, right?
Tea, spill the tea.
We actually were speaking about tea.
Why did you start?
I
COVID.
think we were just COVID, and it
COVID,
was just
yeah.
like, fuck, we kind of wanted to do something. And we both asked Jay.
Yeah.
Because that bloke is like such a conversationer in person. Like he just won't shut up. And then
Conversational.
Yeah, you
Good
conversational. Yeah. English, we're the bestest.
it's a new word. But on the podcast, he was a bit, what would you say, held back?
Oh, did he get demoted?
Oh, he left.
More like a mutual separation.
We kind of never told him, but like
Ghosted you?
But he never really cared.
Or
That's okay.
he was like,
He didn't care anyway. Like he was happy to not.
yeah,
be
he
on.
was totally happy. He even like says to us now, he's like, oh, it's definitely for the best. Like you're way better without me and shit.
Maybe
So-
we'll get him on our podcast to spill the tea.
Oh my God, you should. We actually want to get him
Spill
on.
the tea.
I asked him, no, Blake actually brought it up. He's like, we should get him on for an episode. And I was like, we fucking need to.
So if you had 3 and you only had 3 mics,
What about the guest?
what about the guest?
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
Like we sort of
So-
didn't really know how to like work around it and stuff, and we didn't really like know where we were going with the podcast. Do you know what I
Right,
mean? Like we
yeah,
had
yeah.
sort of literally no idea. Like
Yeah.
I don't even like because we were sort of thinking about it for a while and stuff, but also that's what sort of held us back till episode 7 or whenever it was, purely because we didn't have this
Yeah.
and like other like gear that we have and stuff. So
And we had no like goal or like where
Direction.
we at all. Like we were, I don't know. Have you guys listened to like our early ones before I deleted them?
No.
They're still on YouTube, but
No.
No.
So like we just talked about random stuff happening in the world, like but like random shit, and we found it really we struggled to like
It's a lot of work.
be passionate about it and fucking search shit up.
the problem was too though, like especially with nowadays too, with like everyone sort of jumping down your throat for things you say. It was like,
Yeah.
all right, we'll talk about this, but then someone else would bring up, oh, maybe we could get backlash for that. All right, so
Yeah.
and it was so hard to, we're like,
Controversial.
yeah, it was
Yes.
like, fuck, you can't please everyone. What do you do?
There's a
No.
lot of stuff that you have.
And it's like,
got to
it's
think about.
2021. So
Yeah.
there's always going to be those people.
Or like we did an episode on contraception and like abortion. And my mum was like, just keep an eye out just because you girls are like for it and see it. Not everyone is, and you might cop it for that.
Have you guys ever?
I'm
It went
for it
really
too.
well.
Have you ever copped anything from an episode yet?
Not yet.
No, we haven't. Although Keely was like, a couple episodes ago, we did like bedtime stories. And Keely was like, you probably shouldn't be doing this. And I was kind of getting anxiety. And then it turned out, but like it was
I think
already,
it's funny.
it was
I'm gonna
literally
listen.
a day before I was about to go up. And I was like, fuck, maybe I shouldn't have. I was like passing myself out. And then
I
it turned
was
out,
too, but I really enjoyed the episode.
and then it
like,
turned out to be
personally,
like one of our best ones that people enjoyed. So it was like weird how it kind of worked.
Like it was like ones like that. I always feel the most naked putting out. Like I'm like, fuck, how is it going to get received?
Yeah.
Are people
And
gonna-
then it's like Bendigo is such a small place. So what about
Everyone
when
will
it's
know
down
who
the
you just
street?
talked about.
Yeah.
I know. And like the
Tall
stories I was
poppy.
telling were like really weird. So I was like, they would know who it is.
Wait, did people send in or is it your stories?
both.
So we were like really bad. So we were like, we made like a post about sending your stories like an hour before we went live.
Yeah, dumb.
So
Oh, so you didn't give very much
No.
time.
not at all.
Terrible.
So like 2 or 3 people sent in, and then like after we filmed it, like people sent in like such better shit.
Oh no.
So
Way
much
better.
better
Should have
shit.
sent some stuff in.
Oh, I know.
Actually.
Weren't even following us. Jesus. But nah, like that. It's good. It's good when you do episodes about yourself. I reckon.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
doing them now.
They're more relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people can resonate.
Yeah, 100%.
And we actually talk about fucking shit now.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Like we used to just talk about nothing, but now we actually talk about
We're like
our shit.
We're just like, fuck it. Who cares? Like,
Yeah.
people are gonna like say shit regardless, and you're not. And like,
Exactly.
people don't have to agree with everything you say.
No.
They don't have to hate you.
Well, we
for
have
it.
a life
Life
quote,
motto.
and it's like we might embarrass ourselves, but at least we're not fucking boring.
Yeah, no,
So
facts.
life quote.
Facts.
on the
actually-
gals.
That's actually to live
And
by.
that is advice.
Life
for
on the gals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take that down. Do I have a? No, fucked it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Blake has a very
Don't.
All the gear, no idea.
Blake is known. Blake is
Region.
Blake is known for using the wrong sound bites a lot. It's a known thing.
I think it adds character to our.
It's a
podcast.
character trait.
Yeah.
See, we don't have a soundboard. I just like make the sound effects.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We are the sound effects.
It's
You
not
can
the
though,
soundboard.
can't, with how you do it, can't you? Because like I know the other one in Bendigo, they like made their whole intro and shit off that app.
Oh yeah, we did too.
Yeah. So yeah.
Dirt Bike Lovers is our theme song.
Dirt bike lovers.
It's like a little tune, but it's called Dirt Bike Lovers.
Like, yep, dirt bike lovers.
That's so
That's
good.
us.
Oh yeah, I actually have heard your intro.
The theme tune.
Yeah.
I've listened to a couple of your episodes. I
Do you
think.
know it off by heart?
No.
Oh.
It's like that.
Do you girls though?
But I'm a higher bitch than that.
Oh, that's pure. That's good. So with interviews and stuff, like, how do you do them pretty often? Or like, would you say that you base most of your episodes around interviews and stuff like that?
We don't love like to interview people.
More like
because like it's like you guys like more convo vibes, sort of like chill. Like we hate the Q&A sort of like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was like sort of like our last one was.
Yeah. No, not our last one. When this drops, it'll be Cody's.
yeah.
So this is our second episode this week. We don't usually do 2 in 1 week.
We do, yeah.
but-
We
oh, you
so
do.
we tend to do like when we do a recording session, we like bang them out.
2 or
So
3
we-
people
2
back
or
to back.
3 like
That's
back to
good.
back, bang them out because Al lives
In a
elsewhere.
chuka. Yeah. So I don't live here.
Yeah.
So
So did you drive down this morning?
no. So I come back on weekends at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, kind of to and from. That was just at the start of this year. So last year was a bit easier to do them all.
Yep.
But now, yeah, when I'm back, we kind of have big Saturday sesh of recordings. We eat a lot of cheese and a lot of platters.
Yeah.
And
Oh, so you actually eat platters?
yeah,
later?
we do.
Absolutely.
Shadow over
yeah.
platter.
Sometimes you can hear like Eliza doesn't eat
I
them.
can't eat when
Someone,
I'm
the guests
recording.
just too nervous they don't eat, and I'm just like
chomping on carrot
chomping away
sticks.
on a carrot stick.
And it's like,
Do you
Everyone's
smash
like,
it?
shut up.
Do you eat the whole thing or?
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, you do.
She goes for it.
I go for it.
So they're so nervous that they don't eat.
Well, like they're
I-
talking.
Just so
I
focused on
hate
it.
it
Talking.
because I'm like, I don't want my chewing to be on.
I don't give a
that's
fuck.
because that's like a pet hate. I hate people, the sound of people chewing.
Oh my god.
You would hate
I
eating
hate-
with me.
I want to eat. I want to eat on one of our episodes, but I always forget to have food.
On here would be like
I know people
ASMR.
hate it. I know.
You should
I,
have a
ASMR.
theme, cocktails for all your guests.
Yeah, you should.
Instead of-
it ends up
Actually
being
should.
very expensive because if we do a
Yeah.
platter for every guest, it's so expensive.
Platters are expensive as fuck.
Yeah, and we were like, we really need to be sponsored.
Yeah.
So by
Someone
platter
can buy the
items.
cheese, please.
get sponsored by like Whole Foods or something. You know, just
should
fucking-
be.
Hey, we do platters. Shout us out.
But yeah, we do. And it kind of adds to the vibe a little bit because basically our setup is not like this. It's just us lounge around on the couch in our like active wear with a platter and we just like chuck the phone in the middle and we're like,
And you're like, yep, ready to go.
all right, who's starting? And then go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do
and we
they-
film uncut, just the whole thing.
Yeah.
Do you guests like love it though? Like, do they?
love it.
Yeah, they're always like, oh, I'm so nervous. I'm like, oh, it's fun. And then we put the phone down and start answering like, they
They
start
ease into it so nicely.
answering everything. And they're like, wow, it doesn't even feel like there's a phone like in the middle of the table and everything. So
And I think people like it.
Yeah, I think they enjoy it.
Because we're both very open, and I think having had our own episodes and just like the way that we talk and carry ourselves, like knowing that we've both gone through like a lot, not compared to other people, but like you know,
our own like
your own journey.
own journey.
Yeah, and that we're so open about things that then they feel like they can tell that to us, and they're talking to us and they're not talking to a podcast.
Yeah.
They're just talking to us and it's just going to be uploaded. So it's not like talking to an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
That's pretty important too anyway, because people shouldn't compare their problems to other people's problems anyway. So just being honest with what your problems are so other people can speak about what their problems are without feeling like,
judged. Or
oh, mine's not as bad as that guy's
It's a big
though, so I
thing.
shouldn't say it.
yeah.
It's a big thing on our podcast that we do talk about is just because what you're going through isn't as bad as somebody else, it doesn't mean that your feelings aren't valid and you
Or
complaining
someone
or
out
feeling
there might not-
frustrated
isn't
isn't valid. Yeah.
Do you compare yourself to like any other podcast? Like, do you listen to personally?
Not really.
Or
No.
inspired,
Oh,
maybe inspired.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are a little bit inspired by Shameless. Would you
Oh, a
say?
little bit,
because
yeah.
it's like we like their vibe, sort of how they,
Yep.
you know,
I haven't seen Shameless, but I know
Millennials.
there must be close to like I listen to Lucy and Nikki.
Oh yeah, I listen to them too.
They're fucking
They are
funny.
funny,
as.
yeah.
They are so
They're
good.
really
They're like
funny.
I listen to them all the time. They're so good.
They talk like us too.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's the age bracket, but like we're always like Queen.
Yeah. Lawrence.
That's us.
Yeah.
So
They actually are.
I think
funny.
maybe it's an age group thing. They like use a lot of
Yeah.
the same language as us. But
No,
Yeah.
they're funny them. I rate them
are funny.
highly.
They actually are good. What's like your favorite kind of thing to interview or talk about kind of thing? Like you said that you kind of talk about subjects with people that they've gone through and experienced. But I listened to Nadj's. Is it Nadj?
Nadj. Yeah.
Nadj. And his was super fucking interesting.
Amazing.
So-
And do you know
Right.
what? When Nadj came on the podcast, so for the background, if you haven't listened, Nadj is from Iraq as an immigrant.
Yep.
And yeah, he told his story. And when he went to come on the podcast, he goes, oh, why would you want me? I actually have nothing to talk about.
and we were like,
And we were like-
you've got to be kidding.
Oh, all right. Then he came on and he was like, oh yeah, I was just in my house. I was
And
like
there was
five. It was like
bombs.
bombs falling down. And like we just throw rocks at each other and some kid got his head beaten in. And we were like sitting there like,
And you said you had nothing.
yeah, nothing to talk about. And we were like sitting there like, I didn't even know what to say half the time. I was like, okay.
How do you react to that?
It's so good though,
It's
isn't it?
eye-opening. And then he's just like so not bothered by it.
Yeah.
He must
So
be a pretty
amazing.
positive person though, which is a good
Oh,
thing.
he's amazing.
He's amazing.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of people too, like especially in like first world countries, I have to say, like always feel like they're the victim. Like, oh, this has happened to me. This has happened to me. Where literally, like you just said, like that's happened to him, and
He's so positive.
he's so positive about it,
His outlook on life now
Amazing.
is just like, yeah.
I can
so good.
imagine.
like
Coming
crazy.
from a place like that, it'd be so full on.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But we just don't know any different, so it's
Exactly.
a bit
yeah.
hard to put it in perspective a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of good episodes. There's a couple of faves. Like we did that one with Dr. Cat was definitely a
That was
fave
one of my
about
faves.
abortion and
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
Dr. Cat.
Dr. Cat, yeah.
is that
She's
her
actually
name?
a doctor.
That's her name.
Yeah,
And her last name's Cat.
No, her first
her
name.
Oh,
first
his first
name's
name's Cat. Sorry. Isn't it usually the last
Dr.
name?
Cat.
Isn't it usually the last name that goes Doctor?
Oh no, but we just call her Dr. Cat.
Dr. Cat's so much better
And
anyway.
yeah,
so-
it's great. And yeah, like that was really interesting because you know, like it's so topical. And where would you, I guess, being young female girls, and you're just like, all right, I am suddenly pregnant. Like, what do I do? And like, you don't even. No one tells you. Like,
and
you-
no one knows. Like,
no one knows. Literally, no one
No one
knows. So that was really interesting. And we loved also BII with Jess, so breast implant illness, where she basically got her boobs done and then had to get them taken out because they made her so unwell. And that had our biggest number of listens as well. That was pretty cool. Like hearing that story, you just don't realize how much it is out there. Like there's
That's
a
really
big community.
common. That's really
yeah,
common.
it's really common now.
Yeah.
So it was pretty big of her to share that story as well.
Well, I heard it on
Yeah.
the Lucy and Nikki podcast, and they had a friend or something that had breast implants, and she was sick for like years, I think.
Yep.
And they don't really know.
No, they didn't
Yeah.
know. And then she was like, fuck it, I'm just going to take out my implants. And then she was better after it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it's so weird. So what is it? It must poison you or something? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Or like,
You're putting something in
Like
your body that's
toxins.
not natural.
yeah, because it's
Yeah.
trying to push it out. And then
Foreign.
it's fucking,
It's like
System
if
up.
you get a splinter and stuff, like technically your body pushes it out. You know what I mean? So in like the same way, it'd be like sort of the same
Kinda.
theory,
Mm.
but not the same. Like your body's not going to push out some fucking silicon
Please don't.
it just fucking grows out of you or something. Imagine that.
pimple one day just pops out.
But and I think that one was also really good because it does fit along our theme of like a lot of body positivity
Yeah.
and things
Yeah.
like that, and especially like the young female audience, I guess, and males too, but especially females, of like changing your body cosmetically to make it look a certain way that society expects. And, you know, we have a big vibe, especially now as
Yeah.
we've gotten older and done a lot of CrossFit and things like that, of just appreciating your body for what it is and what it does
Yeah.
rather than what it looks like. And I think that Jess really spoke to that as well, is that when she got them out, she's never felt happier when her body was back to what it was
Like
before,
natural,
Yeah.
naturally. So
Yeah.
that was really nice too.
Do you think, like, I reckon, it's probably the wrong word, but like an epidemic of like breast implants? Would you say that?
I'd say just implants in
I don't-
general.
does
think
epidemic
Botox
mean
in-
bad? I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like-
epidemic just means that there's like
Everywhere?
Everywhere.
yeah, so that's pretty correct, don't you reckon? I know so many people that have gotten implants, but I don't know if it's
I think
always been a
Botox
thing.
in general.
Botox, I
very
reckon,
accessible.
Yeah.
I reckon
Yeah.
just body modifications in
Yeah.
general.
It's
that
just
too.
it's just all peaked up because it's becoming more normal and
Yeah.
less judgmental,
Yeah.
I guess.
Like lip fillers. as
Yeah.
well.
That's a big one now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some advice about that later, actually.
Oh, wow.
Do you really?
One of the teabaggers, yeah.
Okay.
Not
Classic.
from us.
Thanks.
Not from us. Not from us. We actually
Okay.
didn't prepare any of our personal advice, but
Oh, all
I'm
right.
glad you girls did for us.
We didn't prepare. It's just always on the go already.
Okay, cool.
You never know when I'm mighty to give someone advice. I usually dish it out and people like didn't ask.
We don't want it.
But thanks.
Not needed.
By the way.
Yeah.
Like, listen.
Surprised they didn't come on the podcast and go, oh, actually, you don't need a video. We could,
Yeah.
Nah,
we could just do it on our phone, like put it on the.
Yeah.
You don't need all this equipment.
What are you guys doing?
Fuck is this
honestly?
shit? Way over the top.
Get these cords out of me
It's very,
face.
shit.
it's very fancy.
I know.
I love it.
I think we're thriving. I think we need this.
Have you forgotten that you're actually on film and stuff? Like, have you gotten to that like sort of natural?
Well, I just saw it before and I was like,
Hi.
hi.
Looking deep into the camera.
I was like, wow, I look 10.
I know. Look at that highlighter.
Do you think you girls will ever kind of, because you are up to episode 22. So
Yeah.
do you think you'll, because we got this set up at episode 5. So we got it pretty early because because I'm like big into like video and stuff. I know I can really notice bad quality. So I'm like, fuck it, like we need to do something about it. So we invested very early because we're pretty passionate. We knew we were going to keep doing it. So we made the choice to do it. Do you reckon you girls will invest in it?
Yeah, so we actually discussed this yesterday, is that we are not like you, and in our work has absolutely nothing to do with technology like this. So it's not our forte.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, we don't edit a single thing in our
No.
podcast. It's just all uncut. And so like we feel like our listeners don't not listen because of the quality. Like it's not the best, but it's not like they don't engage in the podcast because of the quality.
I think when I listen though back, the sound is probably picks up our voices.
Yeah,
a
because
lot
we're
more.
high
And so
pitched.
it's like when you're listening
Especially
to it,
her.
it's like we have to, I have to turn it down when I speak, and then
Yeah,
when
turn
our
it back
guest
up.
speaks, like okay, I need to turn it back up. That would be out. Like
That's
my thing
annoying.
about getting microphones.
Yeah, which we would think about, but again, it's like a cost thing and time to go and sort
Someone
it all
sponsor
out.
us, please.
Sponsor us.
You girls could
See,
buy.
I could
But
just
yeah.
turn you down like this. Me and Lincoln could just talk for the rest.
Yeah.
Muted.
You would still hear us in like your mics.
Yeah.
We're pretty loud.
Yeah.
You guys could just get like a little lav mic and plug it in your phone.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought about that.
yeah.
As like a little microphone.
We have ideas. We're getting there.
Getting there.
Just a time thing.
Amateurs.
Yeah, no, fair. We're both amateurs anyway. I feel like you have to do it for a year to not be an amateur.
Oh yeah, we're still
year,
amateurs
yeah.
for
You
sure.
reckon?
I mean, we're always learning. Like we do shit all the time. We're just like,
That's
That was shit.
yeah, literally, that was fucking shit. Never doing that again.
Sometimes we even leave like some of the shit intros.
Sorry.
We just leave it in
Yeah.
there. We're like, whatever.
Oh really? Sometimes me and Blake were like, oh, our fucking intros when we first started with that fucking weird. We used to like,
try and do it different every time.
And we used to do weird ass shit.
No, it can't be different.
Yeah, we tried to do different too the other week, and I totally.
She just
stuffed it up, and
mind
I
blanks.
was
We're like, don't say
yeah, you
Hold your
literally
voice.
told me off. I was terrified. I was like, oh, I can't say now.
That's actually a very good point. So I notice, and I still do when I listen back to myself, I say like.
Yeah, but that's
I
like
say
a
so. Like so.
that's a thing of younger people. It's part of our vocabulary. We just say
Yeah.
it, so it's kind of hard not to.
I think I do it more in this though because I don't know, natural habit. Of,
Maybe because we're talking to girls, we're like,
so.
you know, like.
yeah.
That could be why. I just say the C word too much, but
I was
in a-
actually that
we
was going to be
actually-
one of my advice from the girls.
Yeah,
is
don't say
maybe
the
that's
C word.
why
Yeah.
you don't have so many female followers.
Maybe those females who say no, that's why.
Yeah, that's probably actually why. I have made a conscious effort at trying not to, but it's so
Just slips out.
No, because I'm a tradie, obviously, so I've like the worst tradie mouth ever. Like, and I'm probably the worst one on sites half the time. Like people are probably like, this dude's fucking.
Stereotype of tradies right
Yeah.
now, mate.
Oh, come on, mate. It's pretty bad. It's like, I'm not gonna go out on a limb for them.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. No, Blake
we
is
talk rubbish.
Blake has made a conscious effort. Our last episode, I actually can't remember Cody's. It was pretty good.
Surely. It
I
could
think
be
it'll be
bad.
good.
Who knows?
Maybe I got to start because we got an editor now.
It's when I get excited.
Wow, you're
Wow.
professional.
Well, we have an Instagram manager.
Shout out to our Instagram. Have you seen
Really?
our feed?
Kirsten. Our
Yeah.
feed
It's
is
pretty fire. Yeah.
Is it
Yeah, it's
Nadj?
fire.
Is Nadj doing it? Or is
Nadj
he just
does
a
our
photographer?
photos.
He's our photographer.
Yeah.
No, I
But
have seen it.
Kirsten Lyons is our Instagram manager. So she
She's
edits our
amazing.
photos, make sure the feed's on fleek. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Nice.
I check the grammar before it goes up.
Oh yes.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because I'm not very good at that.
But we all have our own
That's okay.
roles. We all have our own roles. Like
Yeah.
Liz tends to do.
What was that one? Little alone? Or
Oh
less
yeah,
alone?
she wrote something in the thing, and she was like, blah blah blah, little loan, little loan, and I was like, it's let alone, not little loan. What are you
Oh my
on
God.
about?
That is actually so good.
So I always check the grammar because I'm a big stickler on that.
Yeah.
If you listen to episode 1, you would know.
Do you ever see those memes and it's like how they say the word? It's like they say like a song lyric, but then they say like what you think it sounds like.
We had like one of our anthems. Our anthem is "Tools Down" by the Presets,
Tools Down.
and the other day we were singing it, and we were like, "Shit, what are the lyrics?" Like we've been
were
humming
singing
it
it
out
since
all
ISO,
ISO,
yeah.
and then we looked it up, and it was like,
Hug it out.
back to the front, hug it out," and we were like,
What were we singing?
I do that with every
What do we
fucking
even
song.
sing?
I do that with every song. I'm just like rattling off words, and then I'll go back to it, and I'm like, huh,
And I
that's
was
completely different. That means something else.
I love when they do it in like the accents and stuff. I seen like I think it was like bottle of water, and then it was like an English dude saying it, and it was like bottle of water.
Yeah.
It's just like, I was like, yes. No, crime.
"Oh god."
Like strong British accents and stuff.
Yeah,
and it's just like
Yeah, so what do you say?
You actually read it in their accent too,
Yeah.
which gets me like, oh, I love it. So good.
oh,
I love meme culture. I love it.
yeah, it's so good. So, would you say your target market is specifically at girls?
No,
Like,
No.
you're
So,
just open to
like-
whatever.
no, our target audience isn't girls, I feel.
Yeah.
So the IVF episode that we just did, we had LJ, who's female,
A mum.
and then Steve, so her husband. And like, it was so good to have a male perspective. And I was like, wow, like I hope males actually listen to this because it's so like nice to have a male perspective on it,
Yeah.
sort of thing. Would you agree?
Yeah, and we do have quite a few male guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably two-thirds female and
Yeah,
male.
less
but yeah.
less males, but yeah.
So, but still more diverse than us.
I would say so, yes.
yeah. Wait, it's not by choice, all right?
No, just the way. Yeah.
It actually isn't by choice. You girls were like the easiest to get on in the way
Yeah.
of like you said yes and then fucking booked you like straight away.
we said yes, and then you were like,
because we're the same. We're like, why do people beat around the bush and be like, oh, just need to wait for my schedule?
I know.
Like,
Just
just
say
do it.
yeah,
Time.
Just say no. Just say yes.
Yeah.
Just like whatever.
Because I ask them all the time, I'm like, what's your schedule? We'll work around you as
Yeah.
best as possible. And like, we can do Zoom. We can literally do anything from anywhere with
Yeah.
anyone.
I want to stay away from the Zoom.
yeah, get away from
Yeah,
Zoom.
get away from
I
Zoom.
hate the Zoom.
I like being videoed.
You do?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a vibe.
Yeah.
But
Vibe?
also,
maybe it's new things for you girls.
the
eh?
reason why we got on so fast for you guys is because we said yes, and then you
Bribed
replied
us
to
with
us and said,
cocktails.
"Do you like cocktails?" And we were like,
Do we?
Fucking no, do we like cocktails?" And you were like, "All right, on."
Maybe I should start pitching all of our guests with
Oh.
cocktails from now on.
It works.
Fuck. Maybe that's a grab. That's a big grab.
Do you want a cocktail?
Do you want a cocktail? Do you like cocktails?
It's 10 a.m., but okay.
On a
Not gonna
Sunday,
say no.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Love
So
it.
good. That's what I was actually thinking too. I was like, I was like coming here and I'm like, I'm fucking freezing. And we're getting
Yeah.
It is
cocktails
freezing.
and we're drinking cocktails. I was like, oh. But no, it was pretty good actually.
Vibe.
I have cold sweats right now. I keep shivering, but I'm
Yeah,
like
same.
not
I'm
cold.
like,
it's like
we're
weird.
cold.
Fuck, maybe I should turn the heater on or something for us. Usually I get really hot in podcasts.
Yeah,
'cause
I get
like,
very sweaty.
yeah, I get hot as
So I'm kind
fuck.
of glad I'm in a jumper.
Yeah.
I get really sweaty.
patches and stuff.
Gross.
Alex
Well,
is
we're
a
just
big
matching.
sweater.
under
Yeah.
this. Yeah, I'm a sweater.
Yeah.
Yep. Blake's a fucking sweater.
I'm a sweater.
I don't sweat at all.
No, yeah,
ever.
I-
just
That's like probably not a good thing.
I get damp.
That's probably not a good
Your
thing.
glands aren't working.
Your glands aren't working.
My glands aren't working.
Your sweat glands.
Yeah. Look, is that actually a bad thing?
It's not good.
I don't think it's healthy.
I think it's.
You're meant to sweat.
I mean, ask the doc. We'll ask Dr. Cat on the next
Yeah.
I get like.
Sorry, Ling,
Should you be
Ling
sweating?
doesn't sweat. Is this normal?
thoughts.
Yeah. Can you actually do that for me? Because
We will.
I get like.
We will.
You should
like
go to a
slime
sauna.
water.
What about like? Do you exercise?
Yeah.
What do you bench?
Fucking bench a lot of that. I go like skating and stuff and like.
Hey, so do we. We skate.
Huh?
We
Do you have a
skate.
Oh
cruiser board?
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Longboard.
I
Yeah.
so.
Oh, we have cruiser boards.
Oh yeah, it's
What's
in the
that?
it's in the car.
So it's like longboard, a cruiser board.
Oh,
And I have
So
two
like
wheels.
long.
Is that like a penny board thing?
no,
No.
it's not a penny board.
You guys have penny
Sorry,
boards?
it's like gander.
Wait, Gander's a vibe.
No, we don't have penny
I fucking
boards.
love Gander. Oh,
No, yeah, we're big skater girls.
Yeah, skater girls.
nice.
Couple
Yeah.
of Tony Hawks here.
Yeah.
Normalize longboarding.
Shredded.
And
Sometimes we do tricks.
No, we don't.
We're eyeing pulling it off the skateboard in front of the bus.
So when I first started skateboarding, you know how like you kick off and you're like you kick your skateboard behind you.
Yeah.
I'd always like kick it in front. Anyway, going along my like little neighborhood, kick it in front of me, and then a bus starts coming, and I was like, I have to get my board, otherwise the bus is gonna. So I was literally running, and the bus had to brake. It was so embarrassing, and Kurt's like just watching me filming. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I just
Oh my God,
did
that's
that.
so good.
Turned off skating.
There's always like, you always fuck up when you're like around a car or like a person.
I've fallen. I was like, was riding a bike and I fell off in front of a truck. It
That is so good. Surely dash cam footage there.
was terrible.
If they're watching, bring it up. We will send it in.
I think he
Send
had
it
a
in.
heart attack.
We want to hear it.
That's
we
why,
want to see it.
that's why it'd be shit to have paparazzi. Like,
Yeah, would
in a
be.
way that just
Yeah, this is why our podcast can't get
We can't
too
get
big.
too famous. We
Yeah.
can't be influencers. That's
Yeah.
what Dad would say.
Influencers.
Influenza. Dad's like, are you going to be an influenza? I was like, I freaking
Yes,
wish.
Dad.
I wish.
I wish I could spread that quick.
Oh, that's good.
Good one.
Good by you.
I think that deserves a sound effect. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only one
Vibe.
I know I can get every time right now. Actually, sorry. Yeah, we'll get that
I've
one.
literally named them for you, mate.
Yeah, I know, but
I've literally written on them all for him.
yeah, but I can't remember what they are still.
And he still
what's
fucks it up.
fail mean? Oh yeah, true.
Oh, yeah. that's
Fail
fail.
noise.
Yeah, that's
like
a
the most
fail.
fail noise ever.
Yeah, stop, fuck off me, megabytes, all right? Whatever they're called.
Megabytes.
Mega box.
Fucking hell,
me
mate.
sound bites. Leave them alone.
This bloke.
Oh, so,
No, you do good, Blake.
Thanks,
Don't worry
mate.
Go, Blake.
We're loving it.
about it. You do good.
What podcast goal? Like, where do you see yourselves being? Like at the end of this year, do you reckon?
We have a few ideas that are
Yeah.
very long term and probably not
Probably
realistic.
not.
No, fuck that. Have the non-realistic.
We're gonna have the dreams.
Yeah.
So, we had this grand plan when we started that we would do like a platter box for like subscribers, and we would have platter cards, like combo
Like a
cards.
subscription. So
Subscription.
like it'd go out every month with like
Oh, yeah.
platter items and like
And a
maybe
card.
like a card, like a combo starter.
With a combo starter for the month to get
Like Patreons. Like,
What's that?
I don't know
like
what
if
that
people
is.
pay you
Oh, yeah.
$5 a month to watch
Yeah.
you, and then you send that out for
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's really good. idea.
And then it would come in the platter box, but the hard thing is shipping food.
And it's like,
very
yeah,
challenging.
because like platter, you want cheese, you want like,
Would
you
be
know,
hard.
some fresher stuff. But how are you meant to
Or
ship
platter
cheese?
cards. And
Hit up HelloFresh. They'll fucking
thanks, Alex.
see how they do it.
What's like what you could nearly do? I don't know, like how not like you could almost find out where they live, sort of, and try and get like a place in their area to send
yeah.
it. But like I don't know, it could be hard.
Or like
Well,
we
it's
could
just
just like
thoughts.
exclude it to exclude. Is that the right word?
to like Bendigo
to
regions.
Bendigo, so like we could do delivery, but then we have full-time jobs.
We have
so-
jobs and we have hobbies, and this is like a side hustle on top of all of our other hobbies.
Yeah.
And like, when would we go skating? So,
When the fuck would we go skating?
Come on,
That's the
mate.
biggest priority.
no, but also, yeah, like combo starters and things like that.
Yeah.
You talked about merch, and I was going to
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you about this. Is that so? How the podcast kind of started is in ISO, the gyms were obviously
Version 1.
closed. ISO 1.0.
Yep.
The gyms were closed, and at our gym, they said to us, all right, we're still going to release workouts on the app, but like there's no brief to tell you how to do all the movements. So every day of ISO 1.0 and 2.0, we briefed a workout and we called ourselves the Quarantines.
And like we'd film it.
And we'd film it.
We'd like demo all the movements.
And we'd say funny shit just to like chirp people's mood up
Yeah.
in ISO times. And we had a talent show, and our prize for winning the talent show was some Quarantines merch. And we made like those socks with our faces on it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like all the collage of our faces.
good.
And we gave it to some people, and
they still wear them
they
at the
still
gym.
wear them at the gym.
Really?
Yeah.
They're like high
so
socks with our
good.
faces. So
Yeah.
That's actually
We
a
do
really
do merch.
cool idea.
Yeah.
That's actually
it's pretty
smart.
funny. They're really funny.
Would people buy our faces though? If we
I wouldn't.
Would people buy our faces? I feel like
thanks.
they would.
Fuck.
If you maybe if you cut your mullet.
Cut the mullet
Oh,
off.
whatever. I would see Alex would wear some mullet socks for sure. I could see that. Don't act.
Oh, that's so
I love it.
Don't be
I love
acting.
it.
I'll give me dangly earring in it as well. Shake it for you.
Mm.
It'd be nice.
Right, give it a shake on the merch. Stationary. And just be like this.
Every photo, it'll be like,
We'll put like some embroidery, like
Holographic one. How like
yeah, literally like a little sticky out thing. That's so good.
have like a little fluff ball and it like,
Yeah.
Fun.
that'd be the cross.
That would be.
About it, I don't know.
Wait, so did you guys just answer what your actual goal was?
Well, we don't
Did we talk
really
about-
know
did
what
you
the
answer
goal
the
would
goal?
be.
It was sort of.
Yeah.
The platter boxes.
It was a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
do you
I
have do you have like a specific like? Are you trying to grow as big as you can, or are you
Not
literally
really.
not focused on that kind of?
Not
aspect?
really, and definitely not at the moment. Well,
like we have some
yeah.
like guests that would like to have on
Eventually.
who are like higher up. Is that the right?
higher up. Yeah.
Yeah. We'd like to
Eventually.
have them on, but like yeah.
We're no
priority
rush.
now. I don't know.
And we'll kind of get there, and it kind of, the podcast is building itself every episode, and in the direction that it's going kind of just builds itself. And and I guess like one of the other goals is that maybe we do have an impact on somebody, and kind of like that little butterfly effect of you have an effect on one person, and then they have an effect on the next and the next and the next. And like we've seen and had feedback from people that like, oh, you talked about this on the podcast, and like I've had people come up to me and be like, oh, I have a friend that is struggling with eating, and they're not going to their doctor, and I don't know what to do now. And it's kind of like they're coming to us for advice or
it's-
opening up about things.
Yeah, or
So,
like nice stories where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I actually went and got help because of your podcast. So,
yeah,
oh,
which
well,
we've
that's
had
really nice.
feedback on
Yeah.
that, which is really nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's really
your
good.
goals are more reflection based on like what
Yeah.
you give to people. In
Yeah,
a,
or
in a
like what
sense.
we're about.
How you
Yeah.
help. Yeah, no, that's cool. I like that.
So we're definitely not trying to become influencers by any means. I mean, it would be nice, but
Influencers,
Even though
fair
your
enough.
dad wants us
it's
to
a lot
be
of
influencers.
It's a lot of work to
Your
get
dad.
to a level like that.
Yeah, it is a lot of work, and it
Yeah.
is turns out to be a full-time job for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
I'd love to do this full time though. Like just
Yeah.
putting it out there.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
actually
it would be
love
pretty
doing this.
fun.
This
What
is
a-
fun.
What a dream.
Yeah, no, what a dream. Seriously,
It would be cool.
I'd like that. So
Shall we get into some advice?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm scared.
This is our last
my
little
gosh.
segment.
All right.
So, flashing back to what we first started talking about, how the girls asked their fans for advice. We asked ours for advice. But we were saying off air. Were we saying off air or was it on air? But our advice was really weird. I think it was on air actually.
I think you said it on air.
Yeah, it was like not specific at all on anything. So the first one was
scared.
good. Remember how I was talking about fillers?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so this is a big teabagger. He's a big fan. He said lay off the lip fillers.
I hope that wasn't advice for us, because
I don't think they knew.
people always think Eliza has
Yeah,
lip
I
fillers and she
don't.
doesn't.
Really?
Which is like, okay.
Just plump
thanks.
lips?
I don't think
Yeah.
that. I don't think they
Let's
actually
plump.
knew who we're thinking.
No.
I think it was like
Because remember I said
They
I did
probably
what
don't
you
follow
girls
us.
did. I did what you girls did, and I was like, we have girls coming on.
Oh,
So
yeah. I didn't
think it's-
specify you guys.
Yeah,
A
I-
lot of our fans knew.
Did they?
Oh, well, not a lot, but people.
Well, they're like, it's probably the-
Daniel Tracy commented straight away and goes, rip into Blake's mullet. And he didn't even know, he didn't know that we were coming on here, and he knew that I was talking about Blake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Psychic.
he's a funny bastard. Fuck that
He is
guy.
funny.
Daniel is good. He's good value. He is good value. Fuck, that actually is funny. Yeah, so lay off the lip fillers. But yeah, girls in general, I think
Okay.
this was
Okay.
more aimed at.
Okay.
I think
all of
I think
these.
you should reword them into some more like not questiony, but like
Oh, yeah. Ask it as a question and we'll tell you our advice.
lay off the lip fillers. I'd
Okay,
more,
yes.
I'd more
Oh,
say
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'd be more asking like what's your
Yeah, yeah,
opinions
okay.
on
Okay.
lip fillers or something like
Yes.
that.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Well, if it makes someone more happy, then
You
go
do
for it,
you,
girl.
boo.
Yeah, go for it, girl.
I'm the same actually.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is like,
like-
I couldn't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's not.
You do you.
And sometimes they look good as fuck. So why?
Yeah.
Lit.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Sometimes I do go overboard, but I think it's like a similar thing. I was going to compare it to like getting a tattoo.
It's like when you get one, you want
No,
more.
but the difference is that the lip fillers go down.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's
not
Botox, so it only lasts a certain amount of
There's
time.
been a few like same thing
Blotches.
with the,
Where stuff's up.
yeah, with like
permanent like
the
defect thing.
breast implants. Like girls get so much lip filler that like they're, I don't know, something goes wrong and then they have to get their lips deflated.
Yeah.
And then it's just disaster. Anyway.
Where does it actually sit? Because do they just pump shit in there and it just
Yeah,
like where,
I don't know.
I actually watched a TikTok.
I don't
and,
get it.
and it was a guy doing a TikTok guy. All right, there's fun.
All right.
Big stuff here,
You
professional.
do you, boo.
Yeah. So he was saying how like bad it can be because like if you get jaw filler, it can drop down and sag. So it's like a permanent thing that can like cause
like
damage.
a double chin.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, because basically it just makes the muscle relax.
yeah.
So if you
it
put
can
too
have-
much, then it goes too far.
Yeah.
We don't have Botox.
Yeah, we have good reception.
Yeah.
my mum
Wi-Fi.
does.
Do I? You probably can't see because my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, good reception.
I reckon
Do I?
actually heaps of my family members have Botox.
Keely said I need
A
it.
lot of people do.
Yeah.
I need it.
Let me see.
I got told that I
Nah, you don't
should
need it.
need it.
Nah, you don't need it, doll.
What about me? I got like creases now. I got lines.
Now let me see.
Where?
How old are you?
Oh, stop frowning.
24.
Get a smile on your doll, and then you won't have frown lines.
I know.
You want these ones and crow feet, man. 'cause you like them. That's what you want.
That's what they're from. Smile all the time.
Sorry, I can't stop smiling. It's
Jesus.
We got another one.
all right.
Cocktails at 10 a.m.
Oh, that was from me. I put that one in.
Vibe ski.
I said, you said advice to the girls, and I said offer them cocktails.
So
Yeah.
is that like a question for all girls? Do all girls like cocktails at 10 a.m.?
Yes,
Oh, I don't know. Do they?
I do.
I do. That's
Sorry, speaking on behalf of all girls on the planet.
Everyone.
No,
All of
they
them
do.
do.
They do.
They
trust
do.
All of them
me.
do.
They do.
They love pina coladas.
All of them told us. Yeah, all of them told us.
In the rain.
This one's
Not
a good
in the
one.
rain.
This one's a really good one,
Cold.
actually. Mullet on a girl. Yes or no?
Ooh, thoughts. What do you reckon?
I don't really like mullets in general.
I was gonna say no.
No?
I've seen some cool looking
I'm gonna
chicks with
say
some
no.
sick
Some chicks can
vibes,
pull
though.
it off.
Really?
Like cool vibes.
Yeah.
Again,
So they
You
have
do, you
short hair and like long back.
It's like sort of literally like sometimes they have the shorter front fringes usually, I reckon.
I see them sometimes like they're a bit fluffy. Like you know those chickens, those
Oh,
little fluffy
yeah.
chickens? Do you know
like
the ones I'm talking
bantams, silky
But,
bantams.
Yeah.
about? Is that what they are?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Trust me, I know my chickens.
Chicken spurt right here.
The Chuka things.
Literally. A bloke actually had Blake's back on it and said, respect the mullet.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
I've seen that too.
No comment.
someone said, what is a big vibe? I had a photo shoot the other night and I kept saying, yeah, it's a big vibe every time
We
I take
say
a photo.
vibe.
Vibe ski.
Vibe ski.
Yeah,
Oh, so you all three of you are vibers, that is.
we're vibers.
Yeah.
Vibers.
Vibe.
Are you
Vibe
not?
and thrive.
Hey.
Are you not?
Oh, I vibe without saying vibe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all
feel-
right.
He's not a vibesman. He's not a vibesman.
Nah, not a vibesman.
Not as cool as you guys. Not as cool.
Yeah. And then we got some last advice. Kind of, this is like relationship advice, I think.
Okay.
3 strikes and he's out, no exceptions.
Or
the
so you
red
see,
flag.
this is the problem. We had this discussion on the way here. So
What?
my horoscope is a Taurus.
Yeah.
So I'm a bull, right? So I'm like big-hearted, down to earth, but also stubborn and attracted to red flags. So 3 strikes
is.
for me, you're still in the game.
Yeah. I'm looking.
Like 3 strikes.
I'm looking for 9, 10.
No, I think she's actually up to 10.
I'll be way past 10.
Way.
But I don't know. I guess other people it probably should be 3 strikes and you're definitely out.
For sure.
I'd probably only get to 1 or 2 and I'm
Yeah,
done.
yeah,
I
I
have a
think
very
I'm
low
with you.
tolerance.
Yeah.
If people fuck me, like I'm just like, that is bad news and it's going to be bad news
Yeah.
in the future. See you
Like
later.
1 red flag's enough.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that.
Depends how big the flag is.
It's been
Depends
a,
what it
Pretty
is.
friggin' big.
It's been a while since I've needed to know, but I'd have to say I'm more of a like 15 to 20, 30 flags.
Are you a Taurus?
No, Sagittarius.
That's a lot of
Way
flags.
cooler.
Sagittarius. I think
Yeah.
that's Keely, November
Yeah, November. She's
Yeah.
like born like a day or 2 before me.
25th.
Yeah, I'm 27th.
Oh.
Oh, twins.
Twinsies.
How'd you
Like us.
how'd you not know that? We always have this problem when it's our birthdays because
Oh, same weekend.
you literally didn't come to one because of her birthday.
Oh, that happened to
Oh,
us too.
dear.
Eliza
Oh my God,
went
yes.
to her
Do you know-
boyfriend at the time
Yeah.
instead of my 21st.
You know him too.
Wait, you went to
Anonymous
your boyfriend's?
superstar on the podcast.
Yeah. So it was like Alex's birthday, 21st
My
birthday.
21st with
and
a
my
crock and bush.
ex-boyfriend's 21st birthday. And I was like, oh, I'll go to Alex's and then I'll go to...
She was meant to do a speech too.
and I
And
didn't
she
do a
went to
speech.
his birthday.
And now I have the
vaped
biggest
instead of
regrets.
going to
And vaped. Is that what you said?
She didn't vape. Everyone else was vaping.
The vape
Not me.
sesh. Fucking vape sesh.
I was eating Crock and Bush by Daniel Tracy
Yeah. Shout out. Dan's a big fan.
that he didn't want to make.
I was listening to Eliza's speech actually.
Yeah.
Better have been good. It better have been good.
Hey, I think I was there as well, actually.
That's hilarious.
I actually was
it a
there.
good speech?
Can't remember.
Can't remember.
Oh, well,
Too
it
busy
doesn't matter now.
vaping.
I think I was in the
Got
bus.
ya.
I think I was in the bus around the side. Was there a bus there or something?
Yeah, actually, it was a bus there. Yeah.
There was a fucking bus
I missed
there.
out on the bus.
Someone was camping in the bus.
There's a vibe in the bus. Yeah. Fucked if I know how we even got there.
That's hilarious.
It was, yeah, I don't know.
Listening to Eliza's speech.
All right.
All right. So the next one is from the same person. And they said, if he doesn't make you laugh, he ain't it.
Ooh,
It's a
fact.
good one.
Has
It's
to
a
be
good one.
fact, surely.
Yeah, I think I would say yes because, okay, I went out for dinner with my family last night and met my sister's boyfriend. I was like, he better be fun. Was not fun. And I was like,
Bye.
okay, bye. Can I leave now?
Not a
Give me
vibe.
another cocktail.
As people, if you're thinking long-term relationship, as people age, like, and they get older, you just get grumpier in life and get more savage. So if they don't make you laugh now, in 20 years, that's not going to
Imagine.
make you laugh.
Literally.
You don't get funnier. So they better make you laugh now, really hard.
I reckon you do get funnier. I reckon you do.
I've gotten funnier as the years gone on. I've gotten meaner. That's why it's funnier.
I reckon that's
Because you
why.
don't
either way.
take shit. Yeah.
I think I've just been
As you get
single
older.
for a long time.
Yeah.
The savage.
Yeah, my heart gets colder with age. I
It
kinda,
does.
I
My
kinda
heart's
like
cold
it.
with age.
It's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you get more carefree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to care too much,
Yeah, I don't really
Absolutely.
give a fuck about much anymore.
but also I was.
Gee, that sounds dark, doesn't it?
Yeah, fucking weird.
Fucking hell.
Right, though.
I just don't care about anything. Fucking hell.
It's so old, like so hard being 22. Freaking
Fuck.
life is so hard.
I'm actually 25
wrinkles.
soon, actually.
Wow.
I'm old.
Yeah, wow.
That's a quarter of a century.
I was saying to Killer, I was like, in 15 years, I'm fucking 40.
Wow.
Don't think about it like
Is that insane?
That's old.
That's fucking
That is
old.
Nearly 32.
I couldn't believe it.
That's why you got to live it up while you're young.
Live it up.
Get high on life while you're young.
Yeah,
That's what I reckon.
exactly.
Live your life. Live your
Live
best.
your life.
Live life to the fullest. All right, that was all my advice.
Oh, that wasn't much.
Yeah, I know. Literally. Yeah.
That's all right.
You guys are just perfect. No one really had much
Thank you.
advice.
We know.
Oh, wow.
We had some advice given. Not much advice. We had one. Most of them were just our friends replying and having stabs at their
I might.
partners or people
okay.
that they've been
Okay.
with.
Oh, really?
Oh, right.
so
Don't be
funny.
late.
Don't be late was
So
one.
is this advice on boys in general?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
One was don't be late.
Don't be late. Yeah.
Number 2,
Thoughts on don't be late?
thoughts on don't be late.
Blake is fucking late
Ah.
every time for every single thing, and I agree. Boys should not be late. Should they, Blake?
People have places to be. Like, no, I have other places to be
This
than
is
waiting
why
around
we arrange
for
a
you.
time.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
schedule.
It's a schedule.
schedule.
I am turned on by a schedule.
Yeah.
A
yeah.
really nice
That's
schedule.
fuck, what's that word?
Yeah.
That's like,
I hate other people being
kink?
late though. So
Yes.
like, you know.
So you're a
That's-
hypocrite.
yeah,
Wouldn't say
Yeah.
it's kink.
Yeah.
When other
I love
people
I'm a
are
slut
late.
for a schedule.
I
We're
am.
having two conversations here. They're talking and we're talking.
That's why I stopped.
We will keep going with the joke. Sorry, what did you say?
I can't remember.
I remember. Blake said, "Oh, I'm late, but I don't like other people being late."
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, no.
You do you.
Fine.
Fuck.
You do you.
Double standard.
Yeah.
I'll rock up 10 minutes late, and if they're 1 minute late, what the fuck? Yeah. I've been fucking waiting here for 10 minutes.
I've been at the front, man.
I was even early.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, true. No, I'm not the biggest fan of being late.
It's just annoying because
Yeah.
you're like, well, I'm busy and my time's important. So.
And I hate
Turn
when
up.
I'm late. I hate
Yeah,
when I'm
I
late.
hate.
Same.
Yeah.
If I'm running late,
Or like
I
rushing to like, I hate rushing.
I'm a
Huge
classic
rusher.
for like
Yeah.
texting people and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm going to be running late. And then I'm
And then
like
you
5
end up-
minutes early.
Yeah.
Every time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it's good if you message that you're going to be late. Because
Yeah.
then you know. So the person's
Respect.
not like, where the fuck?
And then they leave. And then you arrive and you're like, oh, they've left. Yeah, don't do that. Our other advice was treat him mean, keep him keen. We had
Oh,
a
yes.
few of those.
Yeah.
Like towards boys.
Treat him
Yeah.
mean, keep him keen.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nah, not a big fan.
But also had that advice about a plant because I did not treat my plant mean and I watered
Alex,
it every day and I
and it
killed it.
died.
And everyone said, Al, you got to treat your plant mean and keep it keen.
Plants are judgmental though.
Just like fucking look at your plant all dirty. Like
It died so fast that in the pot, like you can't even tell there was a plant ever in it.
I'm so disappointed in you.
Was it little?
3 weeks.
Yeah, it was like, and it was one of the ones where like
You can't kill it.
You can't kill
Like
it.
literally
But
can't.
someone
Like
else
a
killed it.
succubus or something.
Yes.
Like something
And
that
I
doesn't
watered
even
it every day.
Succubus? Is that what they're called?
Succulent.
Succulent. Succubus is a fucking vampire, bro.
She was looking at me like a succubus. Look,
You were agreeing with it. You were like, yeah, it was a fucking. I was like, succubus is a vampire or something. I was like,
I think it's like a demon thing.
yeah, it's like a demon
Oh.
vampire.
Did you just say I was looking at you like a succubus?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I was trying to cover it up.
You actually.
Fuck, stab in the dark.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Nah, treating me not Kim Ken. I'm not a big fan of that. I was
Me
listening
either.
to something the other day, and it was like, we're at the age where like, what's the point of fucking around with someone? Like, if you want to
Go
just
play
like,
games.
if you
Yeah.
want to just like chill with someone, chill with someone. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, you're there to meet new people and fuck around and have fun.
And
What do you-
It's
It's like a waste of time.
Yeah. I don't like people like saying, oh, you should say this or say that. Because,
Oh,
again, you're at the
yes.
age of like, well, I can say whatever I want.
Yeah,
So.
and then
Yeah.
it's like that's not really you if you're like not saying
Yeah.
that.
I don't really like the rules that people have too. Oh, you don't message them too quick. It's
I
like,
hate
motherfucker,
messaging.
I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
Their shit just
I
popped
agree.
up. What am I going to wait? If I wait, I'll forget. I won't reply to them. You know what I mean? Like,
Even worse.
7 to 10 business days later. That's, sorry.
you're texting not much you to a message. 4 days.
Literally.
How you been? Not bad, you.
Yeah.
A week later.
Been there.
Oh.
Fucking definitely been there.
Did we get any more advice? Or the only other advice was on.
It was about the red flags.
Oh, yeah. That was just a stab at
Yeah.
me. And then.
It's fine. We won't say that.
On Valentine's Day, we had a special advice of make sure you get your girl at least one rose on Valentine's Day. We didn't agree with that advice because we don't
No.
like Valentine's
No.
Day.
Oh, thank God, because I didn't get Killer
a bit
Rose. I got her
cringe.
flowers though.
I was actually sort of wrapped when it was cancelled. I was like,
Valentine's Day's cancelled.
I don't think you
Cancel
can cancel
love.
I don't think you can cancel
it
Valentine's
was
Day.
Well, we don't like
COVID.
Valentine's.
It was literally COVID.
It's
cancelled,
COVID.
mate.
Yeah, but you can do like something cute at home.
Yeah, but you don't
We
have
did like
to.
a platter and shit. You
If
don't-
they live within 5 kilometers of your house,
yeah. We live together, so it's all good.
it's all fine.
Yeah. It works. Dodge
But
the bullet.
that was really, we didn't get too
Yeah,
much.
that
advice.
was our advice.
Yeah, our audience isn't that interactive yet. Like sometimes they're really good, and then sometimes they're just like,
Oh,
It depends
our-
what it is.
We always reply to our own stories.
Our audience just laugh reacts to my story all the time. I probably get like a good 6 laugh reacts.
Yeah.
I love that you admitted that because I actually say all the time, like if we don't get anyone, I'm just gonna like go and run.
So we do
Oh,
that
that's
too.
all the-
Hi, do you guys have any questions? Me.
Yeah, we just have our own thing.
Yeah, I made all them up. Like, just sent them all in, actually. No, I'm joking. No, they were actually legit people. Oh, so good. But I think about wraps everything up with today, ladies.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it was fun, actually.
It's been a time.
It has been a time with the
Been a
twins.
time with the
It has been a time. It's
Been
been
very,
good.
very fun. Yeah, thanks for coming on. We hope you
Pleasure.
enjoyed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can't wait till we get a setup like this.
Yeah, no.
And another cocktail.
Yeah, but then we actually have to look nice for our podcast and not just like rock up.
Activewear.
Yeah.
It's not in pajamas sometimes.
just slouching, like not even like
Literally.
Wait, us on the couch. Hi.
Yeah, legit.
Slouching around.
Yeah.
just see.
Yeah.
If I did that, I'd be like man spreading in like a corner,
Don't put the camera on.
Fucking chips all over you. And shit.
getting like the Doritos, Ellie Valley. Yeah.
There's no Doritos on the platter. Like, we're fancy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, no Doritos. Unless that's your platter item, then it can be on there.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm more of a Savoy's kind of guy. I like it sort of basic.
No, but thanks very much, girls. And thank you for everyone joining in at the Teahouse.
Thanks, fam. Follow us on @it'saTime. Is that our Instagram?
Yeah. Make sure there's an underscore for it.
Oh, @_it'saTime on Instagram.
Follow the girls. They're heaps of fun. Yeah, if you like getting into all that more serious, deeper stuff, that's,
Yeah.
yeah, hits different.
Hits different.
It be hitting different.
Hits right in the feels.
Yeah. Good night, teabaggers. We'll see you later.
Bye.